All right, hey everybody. This is Scott Schmitz. I am here with my esteemed guest, Adam Ringham. How you doing today, Adam?
It's a beautiful, beautiful day alive.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So we are here to talk about a couple of things today. Most importantly, is you. Everybody in this world today, we're having just a lot of challenges in different ways, whether it's in our personal life, economic, the world is crashing, things like that. And a lot of it stems around from inflation and high costs. And the thing of it is that for the majority of us, we really can't do anything. Maybe we don't eat out as much anymore. Maybe we try to save and clip coupons. Those are some small things, but our mortgage is our mortgage. Our dollar's buying less these days. But we are going to specifically talk about something that pretty much every single person in this world uses on a daily basis, and that is some sort of fossil fuel driven vehicle, whether it's a gas or a diesel vehicle. And there are actual things now in the market today that we can use to reduce our cost on fuel and in the process create less emissions and help, quote unquote, save the planet. So with that, we're going to chat with Adam here because Adam is an absolute expert in this field. Not only with the product that we're going to talk about, our Govvi fuel tab, but in general, as far as affiliate marketing and how he has been able to build multiple six-figure incomes over his life by taking control of a few things that we still can take control of. So, Adam, let's dive right into it. Let's talk about this fantastic product, and I'm going to put it up here on the screen so we can get a shot of it. Why don't you tell us about how you found Govvi, why you think it's a good product in today's world, and just let's talk.
All right. Well, number one, thanks for having me, Scott. I appreciate you huge. It's great to know you. Great to be here. And I love being able to do these things because this isn't really work. This is just fun because we're providing value and solutions to people. Only one tiny correction that I'll make is I'm actually a multi seven-figure earner instead of six-figure. So, it's a little thing. You should have put it out there. But if we're going to do accuracy and transparency, you're like, I do like to do things big. I had a number of businesses that just all of a sudden out of nowhere didn't do so well. I was making $200,000 to $300,000 a month or more at some points. One of them went interesting. Another one went interesting. So we spent a little bit of time, and I just really enjoy finding opportunity. And more important than that opportunity, I like to provide value. So no matter what happens in the past, you always have the chance to dictate your future. And I just was able to learn from all of them and make a great income at the same time. But I enjoy opportunity, especially the opportunity to provide value. A friend of mine that I actually used to be a competitor in another company with is the one that actually introduced me to this product. And so even though we were competitors and we had a little bit of headbutting and other stuff going on in our business dealings, we ended up, settling things out and saying, like, listen, it's fine if we work for different companies. You're a good guy. I'm an even better guy. One of those that just kind of came to peace on it. And he actually hit me up about this product. And when he did, he's like, hey, I got this opportunity for you. I told him, shut up. I don't want to hear about it. Because I had my own things going on. He's like, oh, Adam, you've got to check it out. I'm like, shut up. No, he's like, just give me 3 minutes of your time. I'm like, not a chance. I'm not going to listen to you. So he finally badgered me enough. He said, give me 30 seconds of your time. I'm like, fine, you got 30 seconds, but I'm not interested. So he started explaining to me that they had this fuel catalyst. And I've known about this stuff. Like, I've worked on small engines and driven dirt bikes and snowmobiles and gas-powered scooters and boats. And I got a supercharged 700 horsepower Jeep Trackhawk. So, I'm no stranger to engines and gasolines and knowing that we've got crap gasoline here in the United States. Like, it's garbage compared to the rest of the world. And so he started talking just really quickly in these 30 seconds. He's like, hey, I've got a product that's going to help increase your gas mileage. It's going to make your engine run cleaner, longer, and better. And it's going to reduce emissions by a decent amount. I said, you know what? the market right now is all about opportunity. And I like opportunity. And this sounds like an opportunity to provide value. So I'm like, all right, we're past the first 30 seconds. Get me up to the 3 minutes. Let's go. So he continued to explain about for another 3 minutes what it was, that it was a fuel catalyst and not an additive. I went, okay, because there's a billion additives on the market that I could never really get behind. But a fuel catalyst is different because it changes how the fuel actually burns. Okay, we got to the 3 minute mark. I said, fine, give me the 2 hour presentation because I'm very interested. I want to know the owners of the company. I want to know the tech, the manufacturer, their history, how it's distributed, the entire kit and caboodle I want to know about. Well, this fuel catalyst technology is not new. It's been around since 1973, and it's actually won in 1973 or 72. I'd have to go back and look quick. But either way, one of those 2 years, it won a Nobel Prize in chemistry for its work and its ability to reduce greenhouse gases and improve the fuel mileage and actually make the engine run longer and better. And since then, there have been 5 more subsequent Nobel Prizes in the technology of these fuel catalysts. So it's got a total of 6 Nobel Prizes in chemistry for these organometallofuel catalysts, which that's a big deal. That's not a small deal. And everyone says, well, if this product is so great, why have I never heard about it before? I'd be like, well, because John Q. Public didn't care. When gas prices are $1.50 to $2.50 a gallon, no one cares. Large commercial vehicles, our manufacturer's been working with large commercial fleet vehicles for over 20 years. And the reason why these commercial fleet vehicles use it is not only for the gas mileage savings, not only are they doing their part to help the environment, but you got a $500,000, multi-million-dollar piece of equipment. If we can lower the engine operation temperature, if we can lower the carbonization, if we can make your engine run cleaner and longer, when you've got that expensive of a vehicle, this little investment is very worth it to say, especially in the American household, your car is probably your second biggest purchase you're going to make in your life besides your house.
Sure.
I live in a Florida house here where it's very humid. Is it dumb of me to put a dehumidifier inside my house to make sure the humidity stays down and the mold stays down? No, that's common sense. So when this came along and they explained all the different benefits to me, I went, well, I got a pretty expensive car. It's thirsty. So I, number one, would kind of like to make it run longer and get better gas mileage. But if I can also get less maintenance in the car, if I have less maintenance costs, if my expensive oil changes, I can go a little bit longer because the engine's burning cleaner. So my stuff doesn't get dirty as fast. The oil filter doesn't get plugged up as fast. The fuel filters aren't getting plugged up as fast. The injectors, the oxygen sensors are being maintained better. This is a giant win for me. If I'm lowering engine temp, besides the engine temp that I've got, it runs hot. So if I can lower it down, that means there's less pitting, burning, scarring in the valves and in the pistons and the cylinder walls. I get less than leakage of, starting to get scratches inside the cylinder walls and everything, and the piston rings maintain themselves better. My car's expensive to work on. For the little bit of money that I spend to put this in my vehicle, I save like $30 to $40 a tank spending $3 on this little fuel catalyst. And that's just in fuel savings because I can use 87 octane instead of 93. I actually still get better performance using the 87 in this little fuel tab than I do with 93. Now, sometimes when I feel like driving like a little bit of a lead foot, I put the 93 in and to the fuel catalyst because this car is a lot of fun to drive in sport mode when you put this stuff in. It is fast. But
let me ask you this, Adam, and I don't mean to cut you off, but you just brought up something very interesting. So how much retail was this vehicle?
It was over $100,000 when I bought it.
Okay, so now you have a $100,000 vehicle that you are willing to put this product into, and you're not afraid of voiding the warranty or destroying the vehicle.
No, not at all. I mean, the manufacturer that's worked with this has worked with multi-million-dollar pieces of equipment for 20 years, and they've never had a single claim filed against them of any lawsuit anywhere of this ever damaging an engine. And the thing is, they've been around for 20 years with these people that have millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of vehicles. Makes my $100,000 car look pretty small fry compared to the millions of dollars of stuff that they're putting it in. They've got a spotless track record. This technology's got 6 Nobel Prizes in chemistry around it. I don't know why I'd be worried about that. I mean, anybody can go and just Google organometallic fuel catalysts. There's oodles of, and I did that, be like, there's oodles of information of it just saying, this is great. Because if my car starts burning all the gas at a lower temperature, I'm not wasting fuel. I'm not, spending extra money on fuel. And then if I do that too, I'm going to get better performance out of my engine, and it's going to last longer. All the information is out there for anybody that actually wants to go look it up. And there's also a whole Consumer Protection Act out there saying if somebody, like, you can't have your vehicle warranty voided because we're registered, our manufacturer's registered with the EPA of it being safe. The Department of Defense has tested this technology in the United States for 650 million miles.
Wow.
650 million miles has these products and organofuel catalysts have been tested. That's a lot, not to mention the Mexico, I want to say it's the petroleum, the official petroleum industry of Mexico back in 2013 or so, officially tested this and has been recommending it and using it. So when I got 6 Nobel Prizes, I've got 650,000 miles by the Department of Defense in the United States alone. I've got the Mexican Petroleum Certification Board that's used this stuff since 2013 and recommends it. I don't know how much better of a track record I could get. I can't name a single other product in my house or that I've purchased anywhere that has this level of track record of safety and science. I mean, maybe my computer or something, or my desktop monitor, but even that, like, it doesn't even come close to the amount of research, technology, and testing that this product has had. So yeah, when it came time to dump it in a $100,000 vehicle, I had no problem. I was super excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get even more power out of this thing. And now I can justify I can justify leaving it in sport mode more, saying, well, I get a boost in fuel economy, so it's going to stay in sport mode because it's a lot of fun to drive it that way.
That is too funny. Well, I want to share. Let's just do a little cost savings analysis or something. So this is a gas price map of the United States of America right now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong though. This product is not exclusive to the U.S. It's in multiple countries, correct?
It's all over the world. The manufacturer's got, I don't know, 30 to 80 countries it sends it to. So it's used all over the world.
So anywhere in the world, basically, you can get your hands on the Govvi fuel tab, the Go tab.
Yep, the Govvi fuel tab. I think our company personally that works with it this way is, I want to say we're in 30 countries right now. Is the rough estimate. Now, granted, this company is only at about 2 months from thought to full existence, and here we are. And so it's a little bit newer company, but the manufacturer that makes the tablets, they've been around for 20 years. It's just the manufacturer had no interest in the consumer market because their commercial market is huge. They do millions and millions and millions of dollars of sales every month. They're like, we don't really care about the consumer world. We work with the commercial world. We don't care about the consumer market. So what we just did, Govvi came in and said, we care about the consumer market. You've got an outstanding, excellent, and basically spotless track record working with the commercial companies. Let us come in and help bring it out to the consumer market because now everybody cares.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, so now let's play a little game here because I actually have a calculator, an Excel spreadsheet that I built. And obviously, I also live in Florida. I'm not far from you. So according to this map, Florida right now for regular fuel, which is 87, is only 414. So it's down a little bit from what it was a few weeks ago. But if, man, you go north and you go west, man, those people over on the left coast paying up to almost $6 a gallon for regular fuel. And I would imagine that is even more what we can see here. I'm sorry, that would be premium. So this is 687. That is a lot. So now I want to do a little cost savings analysis if you know some of this information based upon this. So in Florida, I have this. We're going to stop that screen share, and I am going to share.
Yeah, I think their chart is a little inaccurate because I just filled up like last night, and I paid $4.60 and not $4.16. And premium gas is at $5.20 or so. So it looked like the prices on that list were actually lower than what they actually are, because I just filled up last night and I paid
Gotcha.
$4.65 a gallon or something.
Okay, yeah, like I live like 40 miles away from you, and I was at like 420.
Oh, okay.
It's like different places too. Like if you go to a Costco or something like
It's
that.
a little busier, probably kind of where I'm at. It's a little bit, higher population density. So I can imagine it's up there.
Yep. So let's do this right now. So I built this. One second here. I built this matrix. And do you know how many miles per tank your vehicle gets, that beast that takes up all the gas?
Honestly, it's awful, because I've got about a 20-gallon tank, and before using the fuel catalyst, got about 11.5 to 12 miles per gallon. So
okay, so that would be 11 times 20. So you get about 220 miles per tank.
It usually ends up to be about 260 by the time I'm done.
260.
260 is like between 250 and 260 is the highest I've ever gotten for the most part.
So we'll just say 250.
250 is a very fair estimate.
Okay, so then if you were to get 11 miles to the gallon, now I'm doing this before.
Yep. And let's even be more generous. Let's say I even before the fuel tabs got 12. Let's shoot the low numbers here, because I prefer to do that versus overpromising.
Gotcha. So now this one here is for premium in Florida right now, because I would imagine that the manufacturer recommends that your vehicle use premium.
Oh yeah.
What is the last time you saw premium fuel cost you?
Roughly $5.30 is about what my premium fuel tab was.
Okay, and now regular, you said last night it was $4.60.
Yep. Usually the regular gas costs me about $1 a gallon less, between 75 cents to $1 less. But let's go ahead and use like that other number, and let's just be generous and say, all right, whatever. Let's say I charge $4.30 or whatever it is.
Yep. So based upon this, you can switch. The money you would save from the miles that you gained was $22. The money that you saved just from switching grades was $8.40. Every fill up, because now you can run 87 with this product, you're saving $30 every time you fill up.
Yeah, I save between $30 and $40 a tank with my fuel mileage increase, and with being able to use the 87 instead of 93. And I've even found that my 87 with one of the Govvi tabs runs better than the 93 without one. I was blown away. I did not expect that, because I'm familiar with my car. I like to get on it. And when I get on it, I could smell before the fuel catalyst. I could smell the unburnt carbonization. It just has that dirty fuel exhaust smell to it when I'd really get on it. Because it's pumping a gallon a minute through the dang thing, I swear, if I'm doing that. But within the first tank, when I would get on it, I wouldn't smell that black carbonization smell, because I always drive with the windows down and the AC on. I'm weird. I love the feeling of the windows down and the AC on. I don't care. I love it. But when I'd hammer on it and, and really get on her, I could smell before that black carbonization exhaust smell, being like, ooh, okay, and I smell the exhaust for a little bit there. But by the end of the first tank, I could hammer on it. I wouldn't smell it. So to me, that was validation saying, I've driven this car for months, 6-7 months. I know my car. I know what it gets for mileage everywhere it goes. I know what happens if I get on it. And I know what it smells like. I know what it feels like, because I like the thing. It's a lot of fun to drive. So I'm very in tune with how it drives. And I was, by end of tank one, I was blown away at how different it drove, how different it smelled, how it idled, the pickup that came with it, even using the 87. The value for me is phenomenal. And then you look at the savings, be like, I save $150 off of buying one of these little packs. I actually get the tablets because I buy them in bulk. I get them a little bit cheaper than the price that we probably have listed. So I save a ton. It's great.
Yeah, you can see that based upon this is each package, you're saving about $152 per package, because there's 5 tablets in here. In at retail price of Govvi for one package, it's $35, and if you want to buy it on a subscription, it's $25. So even if the $35 cost, you're still netting over $120 per package. And now, obviously, if you buy it in bulk, you get that price even lower. So this is something that, as far as the product and the savings, is something that people really need to take seriously, because this is no joke. I mean, like you said, outside your mortgage, your car is the most expensive thing. And if the average family, let's say, has 2 cars, a 2-car household, at $152, let's say you use 2 packs a month times 2, that's $304 times 12. That's $3,600 right there, because you're getting horrible gas mileage. You only get like 12 miles a gallon. You could easily, and then on maintenance fees, I bet you just this one vehicle, you could probably easily save $5,000 a year just on that one vehicle.
Honestly, I've done the math, and it's huge. The value is incredible, and that's what sold me. I don't really care about marketing. I don't really care. I've done this for a number of years. The only product I'm ever willing to work with is one that really brings value to people. And that's why I've been so successful, is I only work with the ones that have the highest level of value, because I want to be a person of value that brings value. And this value to me, I can't think of, there's next to nobody in this country, or barely even in the world, that will not find fantastic value from this. There are some cars that it may not work as well in. Okay, you know what? Maybe it doesn't work as well. Maybe you only get 10% gas mileage increase. Well, you also get the maintenance, reduction that you get from it, the engine burning cleaner. You get a number of other benefits that still, even at 10%, you're still doing pretty good. But I've seen other people reporting, like with some of their big rigs and trucks and hauling trailers or older vehicles, that they've had gotten over a 30% increase in mileage. That's enormous. I mean, there's some people that save even more than me when they're doing this, because their vehicle's continuously under load and they've had it run for a little bit longer. So they've had the carbon deposits that are choking up the engine, and the fuel injectors and the spark plugs and, the valves, all these different things. I've seen over 30%. Do I guarantee this? No. But I could guarantee you that this is worth trying, that you might be so surprised you can't even believe it. I myself, I had no idea I was going to save. Like when the gas prices were higher back when I filled up, I saved $40 a tank between, I got 14 and a half miles versus say 12, or 14 and a half miles per gallon versus 12. And gas was from the 93 to the 87 was $1 more a gallon.
Wow.
That was huge. Right now, gas prices have come down a little bit, but I hate to break it to everybody. Come this winter, and start getting closer to it, they're going to go back up a lot. And the other thing is, too, this is a worldwide company. You go to, say, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, the UK, they're paying, they do things in liters, but if you make the conversion, they're paying $8, $9, $10 a gallon for gas.
It's ridiculous.
What does that savings become when it's that kind of pricing? It's huge. My UK team is in love with this stuff, because their gas is out of this world expensive. They're saying, this is saving our family. This is the difference between organic groceries, non-organic groceries, plus other extra bills. We pay about $6 a tab or so with all the shipping, just because it's an international and different shipping and everything. But we pay $6 for one of this tab. They save a fortune. I mean, they save almost double what I do, and they are absolutely ecstatic to say, this now makes it that driving is much more affordable than it was, because when these gas prices have been going up like this hit a lot of families hard. Saying, might just drive to work cost me a ton of money. If I can save this amount, that's that many less hours per week I've got to work just to drive to work. So that's great to me. I'm putting more time back in people, more family time, more being at home, more relaxation, more bonfires, or if you drink a beer or whatever it is you do, I'm giving people more of that back instead of taking anything from them. That's my favorite part about this, I don't cost families a penny. They come up to me and I say, hey, you give me $5, I'm going to give you 20 back or more. How does that sound? Who wouldn't take that deal? That is the best business model I could ever possibly imagine. If you give me $5, I give you $20 back or more. That is real value. That's something I'm happy to work with, and I am happy to say at night I can sleep really well because I know I put money back in families' pockets, which means I'm a father. I got 3 kids. That means a lot to me, being able to spend the time with my kids. That means I'm giving families more time with their kids, with their spouses. How do you go more time with their free time of just their hobbies of what they like to do? I feel great doing that. I've got no regrets or shame or guilt at all around providing that kind of value to people and saving them money on gas. Where do you go wrong with that?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this company has, because you would think that a product like this, you would want to be the only person who knows about it because it's a product that, or I should say, the only person who has the rights to resell it or to promote it. But I believe the company, because they realize that everybody uses fossil fuels in some shape or fashion, they have a pretty unique affiliate program to where anybody who wants to can become an affiliate, and whether they just want to share this with your friends and family, obviously you're going to use the product, and once you use it and you find a benefit, you're probably going to tell a few people. And that's just how all business is. Everybody tries something and then they get a referral. And correct me if I'm wrong, but now I believe they allow affiliates to be involved with the company where they could potentially even get their product free if they just tell a few people about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's actually way better than even that. I've worked in network marketing for 12 years. I was a terrible failure for about 8 of them because I wasn't put together as a person. That's okay. I just wasn't there. It was all experience. The last 4 years, I've been super successful at network marketing. Now, Govvi isn't really an MLM or network marketing. It's more of an affiliate-based, it's an e-commerce based subscription program with an affiliate program that's attached to it. And so what drove me crazy when my friend said, hey, I've got an opportunity for you, when I told him no, because I was working with other network marketing companies in the past that people would have to spend $150 to $250 just to get a paycheck to tell their friends about it. Well, $150 to $250 a month just to get a paycheck for sharing is a lot of money. Sure. And the thing is that $150 to $250, it didn't put money back in their pocket. They got products that would provide them value and everything. I love natural health-based stuff. So they would get those and they would get value. But it drove me nuts having to ask, my friends or family or people I work with being like, well, listen, to get paid for sharing this stuff, you got to spend $250 this month. And that drove me nuts. That's why when my friend hit me up, I said, listen, I'm not interested. Just no, I don't want to work with something like that where I'm asking people to spend $250 a month to make $30 or $60 back, starting. I'll be like, I don't want to do that to people. I'm not interested. I want different value. So this company, what they did, they broke the entire mold of it and said, here's what you can do. If you want to be a promoter, if you want to share this with people and get paid, all you got to spend minimum is $25 a month.
Wow.
That's it. And you get product back for that $25 a month. So we did the calculations of what did I save, like $130 off that $25?
Yeah. Net 130.
Yeah, I save $100. So I save $130 buying this $25 package, but that $25 package then allows me to share it with people. So when I go out, I get paid now every time my friends fill up the pump, my family fills up the pump, and my friends and stuff. The only person that I'm actually taking any money from when I share this is Big Oil. I'm like a Robin Hood where I steal from Big Oil and give it back to my friends and family. It doesn't get much better than that to say, I get to live out one of my favorite childhood cartoons where I get to be Robin Hood taking money from the rich and giving it to the poor type of deal. But that's it. And the thing is, there's so many people that need this product. Sharing is organic and natural. I got a 7-year-old because I love to, train my children to be independent, to be fearless, to, succeed in the world later. I got a 7-year-old that runs around. He can't wait to go to the grocery store or Target or the gas station and run around with business cards and he walks right up to anybody and says, you want to save money on gas? 90% of people just go, oh, cool. You're like, wait, what do you mean you can save money on gas? And then
sure.
I'm there. I help them explain it to them and just say, yeah, just like, here's how it works. Here's what it does. It takes me about 30 seconds. And most people just go, oh, sweet. That's fantastic. There was a lady at the gas station My son handed her a card. She lost it. I came back in. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. I was hoping you'd come back. I really need to save money on gas in my car." He was like, "Can you give me your phone number and car?" I laughed hysterically. Be like, I had the gas station attendant lady literally ecstatic to have me come back in so she could save gas. There was a guy behind me in line. My son hands me a card, says, "Hey, you want to save money on gas? We just get visiting a little bit." He's like, "Oh, well, you know, what do you drive?" I'm like, "I got this 700 horsepower supercharged Trackhawk." He's like, "Oh man, I got this whole race team that we get together on the weekends on Saturday nights, and we all go and we just like drag race our cars safely, you know, out in this middle of nowhere. It's about 10 miles out of town. We all just kind of hang out and, you know, sort of visit with each other and party. We got supercharged F-250s and all this other stuff." I'm like, "Well, hey man, how'd you like to just share this product with them and save them a bunch of money and you make a bunch of money, and anytime they tell somebody, you get a referral bonus from that." Be like, "You're already connected to it. How easy does that sound?" He goes, "Oh my God, this would change my life. I drive a Yukon that I get terrible gas mileage that just trying to fill it up." I'm like, "So you could share this and you can earn ridiculous residuals every month that you're really just stealing from big oil. You're not taking any money from your friends or your family. You're taking it from big oil, because when I spend $25, I get 130 back." That's how do you lose? These guys that in this race thing that he's talking about, they drive gas guzzlers because they love them and they do it and it's their thing. Well, if I could save them, they can buy 87 octane instead of 93 right out the gate. We're saving 50, 75 cents, $1 a gallon right now. You know, it's going to go back up. I would love it if it didn't, but we need to be real here. Plus, they get the fuel mileage increase. To these guys, it's going to provide giant benefit. And the best part is, too, my son made a quick connection at the grocery store with a business card that the trickle effect from this, of the number of people that this is going to move to, because every single one of these guys we got visiting, every one of these guys in this race meetup also has like other race meetups that these guys are going to want to bring it to their racing buddies and all their people that drive their big cars.
Sure.
I get a referral bonus from every single one of these people that does that. When they go save their friends money, I make money and they make money and they make money, and their friends have the ability to make money just saying, "Let's save you money on gas." It really, in terms of opportunity, and I don't want to sell anything here to anybody, but I want to be real. In terms of opportunity in your life, I cannot think of a bigger, better, and easier opportunity than this one right now. Because every single person you walk past wants to save money on gas. All you got to spend is $25 a month, and I save 130. You may save more, you may save less, but you're going to save $25 at least. So you're going to lose nothing. Like normally when I work with any kind of product, I put it out there and I advertise it and I put it in front of 100 people. I got 5 people that say, "Yeah, I'm interested," you know? And of those 5 people, I got to work with, I got to tell them all these things. It's this long, arduous process of here's the ingredients and here's how it works and here's how you'd apply it and here who could use it. So out of the 100 people I put it in front of, I only get 1 to 2 people roughly that actually purchase it. With this one, when I walk up to people, 80 to 90% of people, I watch my 7-year-old and I just listen and I watch their reactions. I've recorded it. I watch he runs up and just hands me the card and says, "Hey, you want to save money on gas?" 80, 90% of people are like, "Oh, sweet, thanks." It takes all of the nonsense out of it. So when we're talking opportunity, how much better could it get that you've got a business model that's so easy, a 7-year-old can do it. And not only can a 7-year-old do it, 80% of the people he walks up to go, "Sweet, thanks." There's not, "Oh, well, you know, I don't know about it," or whatever. They just go, "Sweet, I need to save money on gas right now." The opportunity does not get any better than this kind of opportunity if somebody is looking to change their financial future. I cannot think of another scenario where it will be easier and provide more value than this at the current moment in time. I can't. I've done 1,000 different things before. This is the easiest, the best, and provides the most value of any product I've ever worked with.
Yeah, and I realize that this world is going through a transition right now. Are we going to use electric in the future? Are we using hydrogen? Will gas stay around? There's probably different groups they're going to make that decision for us 10, 20 years from now. But at this moment in time, fossil fuel vehicles No, we've been talking about gas. This applies equally to diesel. The only thing this product doesn't work in is two-stroke vehicles. So if you have like a two-stroke motorcycle or snowmobile, that won't work. But any four-stroke regular engine, gas or diesel, this works in. That we're stuck with gas for the foreseeable future. And the fact that everything you just mentioned, you can help the planet by reducing your emissions and helping yourself. I for the life of me, don't see anything that that would be bad about either using or working with this product. And I'm blown away by it. I have an 8-year-old son, and I tried the product and I fell in love with the product. And I just started to just share it to some of my friends and family. And now my 8-year-old son does the same thing too. We were just at where we were at Best Buy earlier, and he walked up with his little 4-year-old sister. They walked up to this elderly couple, and they said, do you want to save money on gas? And my daughter just handed the card out, and the people were like, well, yeah. And they took it.
Right?
I was just standing there kind of watching, and they walked away, and they come back with they're all so proud. And I'm like, it's like, you don't need to sell. You're just literally giving.
Sure.
Do you want to save money? I mean, this is yes or no. It's not. No, I get it. A lot of people maybe don't want to be sold, but I'm like, this little kid's just handing out cards. I'm laughing.
Oh, I love it too as a parent. Be like, I'm training my kids to be able to walk up to anybody and work entrepreneurial skills from a young age. My son's going to be a monster and be fearless. I mean, He's literally fearless right now. He chases like people down, and he's able to spot and identify too. Like I teach him for targeted marketing. Yep. He likes to go to the gas station. He's like, Dad, people are already here buying gas. These are the people that are going to be more apt to buy, aren't they? I'm like, dude, you're a 7-year-old. This is awesome to teach him about targeted marketing and audiences. And he knows the people that have the big trucks go through more gas, so they're going to be even happier. Like, it is the coolest thing as a dad to be able to. I pay my kid in like Nintendo V-Bucks, they're called. They're little Nintendo dollars. So he'll run around for an hour. Anytime we go anywhere, he can't wait to go run and hand out cards. And I'll give him like $10 worth of Nintendo dollars. And he could not be happier. My daughter goes and does it. I bought her like this little Barbie fridge off of eBay for like $10. She could not be happier because she's much shyer than my son. This is a great exercise for her to be motivated to break out of her comfort zone and develop herself, saying, I'm going to go talk to somebody and say, do you want to save money on gas? And for me, I love it because people's reaction is usually a giant smile. So it's positive reinforcement that I'm buying a little Barbie fridge or something for my daughter, and she's ecstatic with it. Or I'm buying little Nintendo dollars for my son, and he's ecstatic with it. But the people they walk up to and they give it to him, they're all smiles. So it's a super positive experience that my children, I can use to help develop them and grow them in a fantastic, where's the downsides? Where are they? The Prince Sultan of whoever it is from big oil company maybe goes, hey, you jerks, fine. I'll raise the prices by 20% more then. How does that sound? They don't care. They're making record profits anywhere. They're like, you guys have fun. We own you. It doesn't matter. But for me then, fine. I'm going to find all this value of working with my kids and training them, getting them out of their comfort zone, teaching them how to talk to people. And then they get Nintendo bucks back or a Barbie fridge. And, I make a really substantial income from it already. I'm only a month too. How do you go wrong with this? It's all though, and how much do you want it? How much are you willing to apply yourself, and how many side benefits will you find them? Let's work with your kids. Let's train them. Let's set up their futures. Let's, teach them all about how this business works. And I'm going to be setting up websites and doing graphic design and photo shoots with them because I'm a photographer. I used to be a photographer. So I'm going to go through this huge rigmarole with my kids, developing them and their skills and their abilities and plugging them into all the things that they can do. They just don't even know that they can do it yet.
Yeah. That's just fantastic. I know my son said, he's been wanting to get this new electric scooter. And and he said, can I get an electric scooter and I'll help you go hand out business cards to people? And I said, fine. So I bought 2 scooters, and because, we just like to scoot around on them. But I said, fine, if you're willing, if you're willing to do it. So he's like super excited, just like your son, to go hand out cards, go to the neighbors and say, look, dude, you just want to save some money. If you do, great. If you don't, no big deal.
Yep. 8-year-olds don't care. They're like, yes or no, don't care. Be like, have a good day. I just got hobby and tried to save you money.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, we're at 40 minutes here. I really appreciate you spending some time here out of your busy schedule, helping to educate some people and share your experience with this. And I'd like to let people know that if they do have any questions or comments or concerns, the scroll has my phone number, and then you can also go to dumpthefuelpump.com. You can get a hold of me there. Like I said, I know Adam personally. I can vouch for him. This guy is he's a high achiever, and he's a great human being. And I'm happy to be able to call him my friend. And so, with that, Adam, do you have any closing remarks you'd like to say before we let you go to your busy day?
Just number one, thanks for having me on. And number two, anybody that stayed on this video to this point, thanks for staying on, because your time's valuable too. We took 40 some minutes of it. Thank you. And I hope you really too, outside of just the fuel savings and everything, like Scott and I, of father-son, father-daughter, family stuff, really try to capitalize on all that, saying if you want to share it, if you want to do it, involve your kids in it, get the maximum amount of value out of it that you can, so you get more family time, you get more you time, you get more hobby time, you get more food money, gas money, whatever it is. You attract everything you do by who you are. This might be the perfect excuse to say, you know what, it's time to level up my life. And I'm going to use this, which is one of the easiest things in the world, as the motivation to start leveling myself up and developing my skills and teaching my children how to develop their skills they maybe didn't even know they have too. So that's kind of about it. You guys, thank you so much, Scott, for having me on. It's great to have you as a friend, business partner, and being on an interview with you, and everybody that tuned in. Thank you for tuning in and taking your time.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Adam. And we will hopefully have you back in the future. We'll see how things are going. And with that, have a good day. We'll see y'all.
Have a great one. Talk to you later, Scott. Thank you.